Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. Today, I want to go down this path of authenticity. And why live authentically? Well, the why for me is pretty simple. Live authentically because until you live authentically, you can't be loved. First, you can't be loved by yourself because you know you're living a lie. Secondly, you're not giving anyone else the opportunity to love you as you are because you're not showing them who you are. You're inauthentic. So when you're inauthentic, it's impossible to experience either self-love or the love of others. That's a pretty good reason to be authentic. So then here's another great idea. The purpose of life. What's the purpose of life? Every event in life is for one purpose: to get us to become our authentic self. Do you get that? Everything in life is about bringing us, how do we become authentic? When we exaggerate who we are, when we lie who we are, either up or down, we lose our connection with our authenticity. We lose the possibility of being able to experience love. Most people might ask the question, well, I don't know what my authentic self is. Well, that's the journey of life, to discover it, to ask questions. Here's something we've gotten really lazy about as a race. We don't ask questions. We don't ask empowering questions. We ask a lot of dumb questions. Yeah, a lot of dumb questions, but we don't ask empowering questions. I find that whenever I do my values determination process, people really struggle because they've never had to answer the type of questions that they're being asked. They've never really thought about. Here's a simple question for you to think about. Go back and think about yesterday, and what did you spend your time on? And did you spend your time on things that juice you? How much time did you waste yesterday? Literally waste. What I try to do on these social media posts that I do is to make them short, sweet, to the point, direct, maybe ticking people off, maybe pressing buttons. Because if I can just stimulate a thought, I know a life can change. For me, I'm looking constantly for new thoughts to live, to question. Because when I do that, I can always uncover my authentic self, because our ego tends to want to play games with us and hide our authenticity. Because our ego is influenced by what other people think about us. How is it possible to be authentic when we're trying to please other people? I saw a post on Facebook yesterday, and that a person I know was saying, I have a hard time meeting the needs of the women that I've chosen in my life. I wrote back, I said, if your relationship is based on meeting someone's needs, it will be a codependent relationship for life. That's a startling thing to most people. Well, sure, my partner's got to meet my needs. No, that's not their responsibility. That's your responsibility. Here's the purpose of a relationship: to support and grow each other, to share, to have fun. Those are the four things. Now, around that, in order to have a safe and loving relationship, you build agreements. Agreements that you both mutually agree to. Meeting needs, I would never think of my wife fulfilling a need in me. Nor would I expect her for me to feed a need in her. Now, if she were to ask me to support her as she changed, I'd love to support her. Why? That's one of the reasons for being in relationship. But this idea that comes up about, oh, I'm not whole until I meet my soulmate. Well, that's poppycock. My partner makes me complete. Poppycock. That's all nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And people wonder why relationships suck. It's pretty simple. You got the wrong reason for a relationship. Think about this. And a lot of people contradict me. And when they contradict me, I say, so let me ask you this question. How is your way working in your life? Many times the people that are supposedly relationship experts, and I know a couple, I'm not going to name their names right now, but they've been married and divorced 4 or 5 times. I don't know if they got the right idea. I'm not saying that being divorced is a bad thing. But until you've got a long-term relationship that works, why are you offering advice? People will say to me, well, what gives you the authority? I don't have the authority. I have some credentials. I'm in my 50th year of marriage. It's harmonious. I think we've had 3 or 4 fights in our total 50 years. I don't believe in fighting. I think that nobody ever wins an argument. In fact, I believe that when you argue, you're only trying to convince yourself. Because if you know something, you say it once, and that's enough. If you have to say it twice, then you're convincing yourself. Put some really powerful things out there for you today to think about. Here's what I'm going to say. Your peace of mind and well-being are your responsibility and nobody else's. Now, you can ask for people to support you. That's cool. I ask for support. I'm not an island where I do it all myself. I do a lot myself, but there are times when I need support. And I get that. And I ask. I'm not shy about asking for support. I don't often ask, but I ask for it. Good, Eli. Love. Empowering questions are the most important things we can ask. Here's a question I can give you today. What do you do in life when you do it juices you, brings you alive? You can feel life moving through you. What is it that really juices you? That's something to expand on. And then if you can find something that juices you and supports others, whoa, now you found a career. That's what I'm doing. I love talking and teaching. I love connecting. I love building relationships. So what you see me doing here every day is what I love. It's my career. I call myself a minister, but I'm really a teacher. I'm a teacher about practical ideas and how to re-empower your life, how to better self-love through conscious living. Because without self-love, there can be no love. Because you can't love anything or anyone outside of yourself more than you love yourself. So don't go looking at that person sitting across from you or lying next to you or the one you're dating and say, love me more so I can feel it. No, you can't feel it because you can only feel as much as you love yourself. That's the work. The work is self-love, and that's not selfish. That's empowering. And when you love yourself, here's the key. You'll love others and they receive the benefit. How can that be selfish? With that, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to let you know that I love you because I accept you as you are. So make this your best day ever because only you can. Until tomorrow, have a great one. Better yet, create a great one. Aloha.